Next up, more hoops talk. We're going to have a discussion with Kylie Kravig, one of our top talents in women's basketball in the state of Colorado. Kylie, it's excellent to meet you. You've caught our attention so many different ways. And let's just start with your odd pandemic off season, where you were doing some things on your Twitter that I think earned some attention and definitely displayed the kind of player you are. Why was that a successful strategy for you to do all those skills drills on the Twitter?
I think it was successful both for the basketball club that I play for, because it created some competition and it got girls to get out and do some fun things when they could be sitting at home. And I think it improved my ball handling because I had to do things that I had never ever done before. So yeah.
Did you ever have an inventory in total of how many of those skills videos you put out?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was many.
It's probably about around 10,
okay.
Maybe more.
Yeah, and very impressive too. And you weren't the only one doing that,
No.
during the odd off season, but it was just very impressive what you could do. Girls got some handles is what I've been saying, with people with the Colorado Preps Network. Now, you were able to get some things done in terms of your future opportunities to play at Colorado Mesa University in Grand Junction under head coach Taylor Wagner. Why is CMU the fit for you?
Colorado Mesa was the fit for me because the program was highly successful. I think it has a good culture around it, a good team culture. I enjoyed my visit there, watching the girls practice and play. And I also like the coaches. I like how they respond to the girls and how well they are respected. So I think.
How did they discover you? Did you have previous connections with the staff, or how does a girl in Greeley catch the attention of people way out in the Western Slope?
I actually went to an elite camp or one of their prospect camps my sophomore year, and then I went to their elite camp my junior year and made sure that I introduced myself and got to know them. Went to a few of their games and talked to Coach Wagner after. Yeah.
Okay, and you're aware of what they're doing right now, currently sitting second in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, so that's got to make you feel good. All right, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Now, first, you have to get through your senior year, and I think it's just exciting to say that you are going to be having a senior basketball season. Did you ever have any, thoughts that this might not happen?
Yeah, it was definitely a possibility, I think, with basketball being named as a high-risk sport. It's also indoors, so I think that kind of threw a wrench in things, but it happened, so I'm not complaining. There's no complaints there.
Not at all. And we have to ask you, because I know, again, you have presence on the social platforms. We see all the adults and their opinions. Okay, good, fine. I want to hear from the people who are actually on the court. With the masks that you will have to be wearing while you're competing, you've had practices with those masks on, full speed, live scrimmages. So what are your impressions after doing that?
I think it's something that we expected to happen. It wasn't a shock. And I think we took it as a challenge. It's not necessarily the most ideal situation, but we're doing our best to accommodate for it and learn how to play with it on without letting it bother us, and just being able to adjust to the new rules.
There you go. Adjust is a good word, right, for the last 10 months. Very much so. And also, you're willing to adjust. You would regardless, but also your squad with the university, you got to the quarterfinals last year, deepest you've gone in decades. And then you return a lot of really good players, including yourself. What are your expectations as a basketball program coming into this new season that's about to start up?
We did set some goals earlier this week during the first week of practice, and one of our goals was to make it to state for long term, but also to do better than we did last year, because I don't think we ended the way we wanted to last year. But our short-term goal is always take one game at a time. You can't jump too far ahead of yourself, otherwise you'll lose some games. So we just want to take it one game at a time and go from there.
Kylie Kravig still has that taste in her mouth from that quarterfinal loss last year. But the good part, again, is boy, you got a lot of good stuff, including yourself, coming back. What are the strengths of university this basketball season?
I think one of our strengths is probably how tight we are. We're a pretty tight group. We work well together defensively, offensively. We know each other. And I think it helps us flow with offense and defense. And yeah, I think that's our strength.
And when we think of relationship flow, if you don't know yet, Kylie's a coach's daughter. Justin Kravig is the head coach, just came back. This will be his second year back with the university basketball program. And then you've got a guard that's helping you out, Taryn. That's your sister. What are the good parts of having all three of you on the same team entering the season?
I love playing with my sister and having my dad as my coach. I think it makes us tighter as a family. I also my dad and my sister aren't afraid to push me to be better, just like I'm not afraid to push my sister to be better. And I think it gets us all better in one, and it helps the team out.
For girls like you in our state that are doing so well and you even have future opportunities ahead, who are a couple of ladies, whether they play basketball or not, that, you know, imprint you, or role models, ladies that you look up to?
That are my age?
Or beyond? Older?
I know that I looked up to Kylie Beck when I was younger. She went to Northridge, and she was a soccer player, basketball player, and she was a kicker for the football team. And she was always an inspiration to me.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure you're aware that there's little girls younger than you who are going to be looking up to you in what you represent. What do you think you're showing those young girls who are going to be strong, empowered female athletes?
I think the biggest thing I want to show younger girls who maybe look up to me is my character and how I act on the court and off the court, and how I act when things don't go as planned, because I think that's a big part of how it shows who you are in your character.
Welcome to ATM Live. How can I help you?
I'm going camping. Can I pay my credit card?
Absolutely.
Cash or check for $37.18?
Deposit money from the tooth fairy?
My dog ate my ATM card. Can I make a withdrawal?
Sure thing.
Do almost anything you can do in the bank at Bank of Colorado ATM Live locations across the state. Bank of Colorado. There's only one.